Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side convos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including ACOTAR or Freida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod.
The world did not want us to talk about this book.
I know, lots of weird things have been happening.
How many times did we reschedule this? 4 times?
Oh, I don't think it's been that many, right?
Well, I keep rescheduling
maybe
it.
actually.
Because we were supposed to do this a week ago, and I was like, oh, Andrew's going out of town. Let's do Thursday. And then Hurricane Helene came in, and then a tree fell down, and then my life was upside down. And now I guess this is the second time. We were supposed to record this book as fast as possible because now I only have like 10 days left with my.
Already?
I'll have to look. But like we have to like get through this book.
Oh
And
boy.
I know. So I'm like,
Gosh. You gotta go. Well, it's been so funny because I found someone at my school who also read The Housemaid and she loved it. She's like, oh my gosh, it was so good. What a twist. My favorite. And I was like, whoa. And I said, actually, I'm reading. I know. So I was re-listening to our final Housemaid episodes, and we did not love the
mhm.
twist at the end. So if you have not listened to those, go back. It's a fun ride. But my friend, she was so excited. I was reading Housemaid 2, and she's like, you'll need to let me know what you think of it. I was like, yeah, I will. And then we had talked last week, and I was like, yeah, well, I'm only on page 80 because me and my sister are going to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. And she texted me this weekend, and she was like, how are you liking The Housemaid 2? And I said, still on page 80. A tree fell on my sister's house, so we haven't been able to talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, but everyone's okay.
Yeah, everyone's okay. So like in the grand scheme of things, way like super thankful. What I will say, and we'll put this in the show notes, we are going to be referencing the Housemaid one.
All the time.
We're going to be all the time, we're going to be spoiling it constantly. So if you've not read Housemaid 1, go read that. Our most popular series is the Housemaid one. People loved it, aside from that one person.
Brianna.
But generally, Brianna.
Never forget. Brianna 2024.
Yep. But everyone else loved it. So read the book, listen to the recaps, then you can read this book and listen to these recaps. So there is an order of operations.
That probably would be best. Yeah, this is the perhaps only time in Bookalicious history when we have received feedback, we've actually listened to it. Because if you remember back in our last episode of Housemaid 1, we said we're never reading another Freida McFadden book ever again. And then we didn't listen to our own advice, and we immediately were like, we're going to read The Teacher because we thought it was a prequel to Housemaid. Then we found out it wasn't. We're like, whatever, done with Freida. But now we've had, is it just one person request Housemaid 2?
It's only one person, but based on the numbers
I think it's
of
everybody.
how popular it is, I think it's everyone. I think there's a lot of pent-up demand, and we have been resisting, and now we're sellouts, and I'm okay
Until
with
this
that.
moment. Yeah.
And honestly, once I've realized that The Housemaid is like the Hallmark Christmas movie of murder mystery, where it's supposed to be like a little campy and ridiculous, that makes me enjoy it a lot more.
I know. Yeah.
And it's
Like,
like,
mhm.
I was gonna say, like Hallmark movies, it's like always like the same type of actors and they just put on a new wig and now they're like a new person. It's like the same thing.
Well, okay, I'm I'm wondering though with Housemaid too, because I started reading it and I was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the same exact plot as Housemaid 1. And I'm like, I think it kind of is still the same overall plot, but I'm still like, who's the bad guy?
Exactly right.
I'm still a little not sure. So she's doing a good job. Well, we have a lot of thoughts, I think.
We have a lot of thoughts, but that's like the Hallmark Christmas movie thing. They're like, we're going to give you the same thing 1,000 times, and we're just going to take you to a new small town. And you're going to wonder what's going to happen. And even if you know what's going to happen, you're still going to love it and you're going to
Yeah.
watch it. And
Frida's got it down.
yeah, she's got a formula. She's not going to mess it up. So we're not going to do the author recap. We did that episode 1 of
Hmm.
Housemaid. So if you're interested, the highlights, she is a brain surgeon. We don't know that. She's a brain
Well,
doctor.
she's a brain doctor. So, okay. So this book, I don't remember. I think this book has an author summary that was not in book number 1. Did you read that? Did you see that?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Oh, let me read it for you because I think it does
Okay.
have some new information, and we get closer to uncovering what kind of brain doctor she is. I think.
Oh.
Okay, so it's a short author recap. It says number 1, Amazon. Is it just a best-selling author on Amazon? I feel like she's best-selling in a lot of places. I don't know why you'd pick Amazon and not like New
Well,
York
I think
Times.
it's because she's self-published, maybe
Oh,
via Amazon. She's a self-published girly. She put self-publish on the map. She was like, don't let these
wow.
publishers take 90 cents of every dollar you earn.
True. True. Okay, this one was published by Bookalicious, which may be something she started. I don't know. I'm not sure.
How do you
Anyways,
spell
whatever.
it?
Book
Okay.
and then Outure.
Hmm.
Does it look like Frida's behind it?
I think we talked about this last time. It's a
Really?
digital publishing company.
Oh,
So
okay.
she definitely started off self-publishing, and now maybe she has like it looks like they specialize in ebooks.
Interesting.
So that
Okay.
might, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to do more
Sleuthing.
investigation. Yeah, maybe for our next episode
Okay.
when I have proper internet again.
Oh yeah. So Candy is in her house with by candlelight recording this episode. So I think the audio sounds fine, but we'll see. We'll see if we
Okay,
finish this
good.
episode. That's the other thing that
Yeah,
has kept us from recording.
yeah, I know. Is
But
that
I
I
think
haven't
we'll
had
be
internet, so now I'm on a hotspot, so we're doing the best we can here.
good. Okay, back to recap. So back to the first sentence. This is how our okay. Other
Wait,
things
wait,
of
wait,
that
wait.
same, yeah.
Oh, you're doing the author recap. Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
and back to yeah,
Hmm.
okay, but tangent again. So I told my friend who really loves the Housemaid secret. Anyways, I told her about the podcast. She saw that we did Housemaid. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Housemaid." So that's how we started talking about it. And then she was looking at it and she was like, "I'm so intrigued. How did you guys spend an hour and a half talking about 8 chapters of the Housemaid?" I'm just curious what you even talked about for that long. And I was like, "This is how."
This
Lots
is
of
how.
tangents. I'm still on the first 2 words of the author recap.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I was like missing my sister and like scared because the tree fell on my house. And then I thought there was a fire in the house and I had to call the fire
Oh
department.
no.
I know. I had to call
Oh, I didn't know that.
911. I know.
I
Because I was
didn't
scared
know
because
that.
there was like an electrical surge and then it smelled like everything was burning, all the appliances and everything.
Oh
And I
my
was all
gosh.
alone and I got scared. And so then I called 911 and then they sent the fire department. Anyway, I was
Oh
upset. Everything was
no.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, everything was fine. It wasn't a problem. But I was just like alone, like thinking, what am I going to do with my cats? How am I going to get them? Because they were like, you need to wait outside. And I was like, but what about the cats? And then they were like, actually, we're just being dramatic. You can wait inside. And I was like, okay. They're like, because at this point I was like shaking like a leaf, like just
Oh
little,
no.
little suburban little suburban person, freaking out over their nice house that is totally fine and being dramatic.
I would be scared too.
But
That
they're
sounds like a scary situation.
Yeah, it's just because I was alone, and then the cats. So they're like,
Yeah.
if you want, you can put the cats in one room in the bathroom, and then you can know where they are if you need to make a mad dash. And I was like, okay, that's a good idea.
That's a good
So
idea.
I did that, and then everything was fine. Yeah,
That's good.
but the tree fell right behind my office. Like I was on a Zoom call,
Oh
and I
my
was like,
gosh.
yeah, I was on a call, and I was like talking, and I was like da 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 da, and then I turn and I say, "What the f was that?" And then I scream because then that's when the tree fell, and then cut.
Oh
Like I got murdered.
my gosh. That's sort of Frida's next book.
I know. I was like,
Millie
oh
gets
my
a
God.
remote job for once.
I was like, these people probably thought I just got murdered.
Oh
But
my
jokes on
gosh.
me. Jokes on me because we're working on this big, big problem at the company and no one messaged.
Oh,
Only
what?
my manager. My manager sent me a message like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But yeah, they had that meeting to do. They would have just kept going.
So one girl down. We got to keep going.
And they're like, we all get a life insurance policy in the company. She's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I don't know how
Wow.
that was related. Um, but let's do this author summary.
I'm glad we're back. Glad we're back. I also missed one last tangent because you said like you're missing talking to me. It's like I miss talking to you too, which is why I started
Oh,
re-listening to Housemaid 1. Is that what you were gonna
that's
say?
why I said all of that. Yeah, is that I was like, I need to hang out with my sister. I miss her. And so I
Oh,
was listening to The Housemaid, one of the episodes, and it's just a good time.
it's great. Yeah, if you ever need to pick me up, we're there for 8
We're
hours.
there for you. Yep.
Or a lot more if you want to listen to all of our episodes. Except
There
lessons in
is
chemistry. That is a pick me down. A put me down.
that, yeah, that's a put me down. That's a put me out of my misery. Maybe if you're flying too high, you need to clip those wings.
Elizabeth Lazat will do that. No
Okay. All
problem.
right.
Do you want to hear one last tangent on lessons in chemistry?
Okay. Yeah, one
Okay, this
last
is the
one.
last one. So I was talking to another friend from school, a separate friend, and we were talking about books, and then we were talking about lessons in chemistry, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I love lessons in chemistry," and I was like, "Oh no," but I was like, "Yeah, I really enjoyed the writing style, blah blah blah," and we kept talking about it, and then we're like, "Oh, here's things we liked, here's things we didn't like," and then she was like, "Oh my gosh, one thing that I absolutely hated." Guess what she said?
The dynamite.
Who? Dido?
The dynamite.
Di- oh, oh,
The
oh,
person in the
the
crowd who had to
purse, the
stick a
purse.
dynamite. I'll never
I
forgive
bl-
that.
I blocked that from my memory. I totally forgot. Okay, no, she did not say that. Any other guesses?
The ending?
No, I mean, I think she liked the book. So I don't think she had the
Oh,
same dislikes as we did. That's what I'm
I'm like the
saying.
whole thing, the start, the
No.
middle. All right, I'm out of guesses.
Okay, the thing she hated was the dog. And I was like, that's the one thing we loved.
Oh my God.
I know. She's like, oh, the dog was so annoying. And I was like, I love the dog.
I would need to reconsider friendship after that. I'm like, you
I
love the
gotta say,
book and you hated the dog.
I did feel a shift in the conversation after that moment when she said, "Don't tell me you love the dog." I said, "Yeah, I did."
You're like, that was the only thing. That was the only redeeming quality about this book.
I know. Was the dog. I haven't talked to her since. We've messaged, but we haven't had lunch again. So it could have been
All I can
turning point.
say is like people are like, I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm like, you know what? That's true, but sometimes you have bad opinions.
Someone's got to tell you.
Someone's got to tell you. And the dog
Bookalicious Pod is here
talking,
to do it.
yep, we're here to tell you. The talking dog, that was the best part of that book. You can't convince me otherwise.
I want a book just about Thursday.
Oh my God, I totally forgot his name.
Pretty sure it's Thursday.
Yeah, I think it was
No,
Thursday.
6:30. 6:30? It was a
6:30.
number. It was a number.
I was
I
like,
think
I thought it was
Thursday.
like 9:45. Yeah, it was 6:30.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What a time.
All
Okay,
right.
back to the author summary. Number one Amazon best-selling author, Freida McFadden, is a practicing physician specializing in brain injury. Did we know that? I think we might have known that.
I think we knew that. But what
Okay.
does that mean?
All right. No
TBIs?
new. I don't know. That'd be interesting. Okay, yeah, no new information on that front.
Wait, time
She
out.
has
Is a psychiatrist considered a physician?
yes. And
God.
psychiatrist is different from psychologist. So psychiatrist more like prescribes
Practices?
medicines.
Okay.
Psychologist is more like let's talk about this.
Okay.
So a different schooling. So psychiatrist goes to med school. I'm like 99.5% sure psychologist has its own school.
All right. So physician, and she said brain trauma,
Brain injury.
brain injury.
Could be a
Oh
lot
my
of things.
God. The
Could be
first thing
surgeon.
is
I
neurosurgeon.
could see her being a neurosurgeon.
I feel like she has to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist, though, because she comes up with this crazy stuff.
That's true. That's true. Brain
Okay. Okay. Keep
injury.
going.
Okay.
Keep
Well,
going.
we'll
Keep
keep
going.
hypothesizing. All right. She has penned multiple Kindle best-selling psychological thrillers and medical humor novels. She lives, and if you look on the next page, she really has a lot of books there. It's like at least 15. So, anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, she's writes a lot. She lives with her family and black cat in a centuries-old three-story home overlooking the ocean with staircases that creak and moan with each step, and nobody could hear you if you scream. Unless you scream really loudly, maybe.
Oh my God. What if she has a pseudonym because she killed her husband?
Oh my gosh.
Like she's like, I don't want anyone to know, but I'm gonna profit off of
She's
his
actually
death
writing these from
once again.
prison. Oh my
No,
gosh.
she's innocent. She's innocent. She or not innocent. She's free right now. But she's like, I gotta make as much money as I can. And she's
Oh
just
my gosh.
chilling. Okay.
That's a wild theory. Let's see if we find any clues of that in
All
Housemaid
right.
2. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's our author recap.
Oh, that's it? Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's really short. And we really actually learned nothing new.
Okay. It does seem like she gets a lot of her inspiration from her spooky house, though.
Do you think that's real? I think that's mostly real.
I think that's mostly real. Honestly, I feel like I could be Freida McFadden. I had a bat fly in my house. And if that's not spooky, then I don't know what is.
We just hypothesized Freida McFadden actually killed her husband. Is writing all these scary books, and you're like, yeah, that could be me. I had a bat. Same.
I same girl, same girl. I have a spooky house too. I had the bat and I had the murder basement.
Oh yeah, Murder Basement. We probably described that in one of our episodes.
You'll have to dig through the archives. We're not going to
Well,
go back there, but murder
yeah, we'll just
basement,
let you imagine.
we thought for sure we would get bodies. And when we had it repaired and fixed up, now it's just a regular basement. Ugh, loser.
Oh,
Yeah, so now it's not a murder basement anymore. The only thing we found were two microwaves.
how old were they?
They were really old. We had three microwaves in the house. We had no idea. None of them worked either because because the one in the kitchen was broken too. And I was like, oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, Candy's oven came with an instruction manual that was on like what, a CD or like on a cassette tape or
VHS,
something?
girly. VHS.
VHS.
I'm like, okay. I don't know why you
This
left
is
this
outdated.
unless, yeah, unless you also had a TV with like a cassette player in it. Okay, so we're not going to do author recap. Can we do a little bit of the Book Olympics? I think just an update.
Okay, sure. Let's pull that up.
God of the Woods is doing really well.
Yeah, that's exciting. I really like that series.
Yeah,
I think a
I
lot of
think we did
people will
good
like
work.
that one.
I think so too.
Um, okay. So yeah, so God of the Woods doing good. Ooh, our polls. I had Josh participate in our really contentious poll.
Oh,
Yeah. The one on Addie LaRue part one, where it says, would you sell your soul so you could get out of raising 6 kids?
yep.
And so now we have more votes. Yes is still winning, but only by 1 or 2 votes now. Getting closer to 50-50.
Wow, Chrissy, I didn't expect you to stack the votes like this.
Josh voted of his own accord. He
What did he
said
say?
selling your soul to the devil's no joke.
Neither is raising 6 kids. Someone
I
else's
think
6 kids.
I did explain the whole situation to him. I said, girl, 16th century France, marrying this older guy with 6 kids. That's not her kids. And he voted of his own accord. Okay,
Wow.
it's not loading. Yeah.
All
So
right.
there
Well,
you go.
the polls, we have a couple really tight polls. Yeah. So make sure if you listen to any of those episodes that you participate.
Yeah. Would love to hear it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Book
Book
Olympics.
Olympics. Whoa.
I
Okay.
know.
So Book Olympics, our top 3 states are still neck and neck, but Texas, our number one, is pulling ahead. So
Yeah.
11% of our US listeners are from Texas, 10% are from California, and a measly 8% are from Georgia.
I know. And 7% in Florida. So it's really like
Mm-hmm.
first and second, third and fourth, neck and neck.
Kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's the hurricane. It blew out all of their power. So Texas and California are still riding high.
Yep. And then I think the cities and stuff are all pretty much the same.
I think so. Houston's still leading Texas,
Yep.
LA and California, and Candy in Georgia.
I'm holding strong. I'm holding
Yeah.
strong. I'm trying to recruit. I'm not doing a good job.
Yeah.
Florida?
Atlanta.
Oh, Florida's pretty neck and neck here.
Yeah. We pretty much have equal listenership from Hollywood, Miami, Orlando, and Tampa.
Yeah. Tampa, Tampa and Orlando came out of the woodwork, but again, I think maybe Hurricane Helene is helping us for people without power, but they
Oh,
do
they
have
need
their phone.
entertainment.
Yeah.
We are the monopoly of the 21st century. Endless entertainment goes on for hours. You only have one book to read. We'll make it last 3 days.
Yeah. Don't worry, girl.
Never a dull moment when you have Bookalicious.
Yep. And then in terms of international, I feel like we can say we have a pretty strong international with UK, Australia, Canada as 2, 3,
Mhm.
and 4.
Yeah, yeah. We've had theories that F. Smith, our top tier fan, who you may have
Yep.
heard in other episodes, she either is Freida McFadden herself, or she's
Hmm.
our favorite UK listener who we've been talking about since like Elantris episode 2.
Yep. It's possible.
So yeah, F. Smith, feel free to reveal yourself or live in mystery. That's kind of fun too.
Anyone could be Frida. I could be Frida. F. Smith could be Frida. Chrissy might be Frida. We
I
don't
could be.
know.
That'd be the big twist.
Could you imagine if I was Frida McFadden and I do this review and I'm like, so stupid. This doesn't make any sense. And then I'm like, I wrote it. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's all we have. Judge a book by its cover. I feel like again, we
Oh,
already did that in the first part of the Housemaid because this is the same cover.
it is the same cover, but her eyelashes got a lot nicer in this one. I think we talked about that already. She got money now, right?
This girl is broke. And that's something we're gonna talk about. And maybe she's spending all her money on these eyelashes.
It's gotta be. Okay, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Are you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Okay. Welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Candace.
And today we're starting The Housemaid's Secret, Housemaid Part 2. And I'm kind of curious if a majority of the people listening right now went straight from Housemaid 1 to Housemaid 2. They're like, these girls only talk about Housemaid. That's most of our listeners. Listen to The Housemaid.
Yes.
So welcome back. It's been a
Welcome
while.
back. Yeah.
Glad you're here.
Welcome. Welcome. We have a couple other murder mysteries. Such a Bad Influence. God of the Woods. So if you like The Housemaid Part 1, you would love those. Okay, let's get into it.
All right, back to it. Okay. So like we said in the very beginning, 40 minutes ago, listen to Housemaid 1 if you haven't already, or read the book because we'll be spoiling it the entire time we're talking about Housemaid 2. So Housemaid 2, Housemaid's Secret, seems to be structured very similarly to Housemaid 1, a la Hallmark. And it opens with a prologue of someone, we don't know who, is in a house. It's all dark. And basically she's like, I'm not going to leave this house alive tonight. She like sneaks into the kitchen. She's trying to get a knife as a weapon. And then all of a sudden she realizes that she's not alone. She's underestimated an extremely dangerous person. And now I will pay the ultimate price. I read that and I was hooked. I said, oh, Freida, you've done it again.
Oh.
Is that how you felt?
One of the things she wrote was, once the cabin goes dark again, I grope blindly in front of me, moving away from the comfort of the sofa. The storm is bad, but not bad enough to cut off the electricity. No, somebody else is responsible for that. Somebody who has already taken one life tonight and expects that I will be next. And I was like, the drama.
Looks so dramatic.
So dramatic. But yeah, I was like, okay. Well, and coming off the heels of God of the Woods, which is written so well,
yeah,
it was jarring getting back into Freida. So at first there was a lot of eye rolls, but once I was like, okay, yes, we just watched an Oscar award-winning film, and now we're watching a Lifetime movie, but there's a place for both of them in the world.
yes. This is what we knew we were getting into.
Yes.
Okay,
This
I will
is
say
the book.
though, just like kind of big general takes on the book. This first prologue, I was like, this sounds like old Housemaid, like Housemaid 1, which it's like
Mhm.
writing draws you in, whatever. But then I felt like the rest of the section we've read, which is until page 80, what is that, like chapter 17 or something?
Yeah.
It kind of just felt like a high schooler wrote it. I don't remember thinking that with Housemaid 1.
It feels like, and this might be shocking, the writing quality has declined.
I know. I was like, okay, all right. So I have a theory about this. Unless,
Okay.
did you have a theory you're about to say?
My theory is the deadline,
Oh, the deadline.
the cursed
I had
deadline.
the cursed deadline, the tattoo we're all gonna get.
Yes.
No, I had a different theory. My theory was that Freida wrote Housemaid 1 and then it became international bestseller and she's like, "Oh, I'm pretty good at this." And then she was like, "Move aside, editor or friend." So I asked to read my book. I know what I'm doing. And so then she was like, "This is just my normal writing style." And slash or it feels like it just feels very like conversational to where it's like I feel
Yeah.
like Freida McFadden is talking directly to me. And I wonder if it's like Frida's like, oh, people like my stories. Here I am. Which I kind of
She's
like
just
that. Like she's just
she's
herself.
doing talk to text
Yeah.
the whole book.
While she's doing neurosurgery. She's got a long surgery there for like 8 hours. And she's like, I can write a lot in this time.
Yeah. I'm gonna do talk to text right now. Maybe we'll find a spot where we'll see like,
A typo.
nurse, I need a scalpel. And then it will like go back to like the rest of the writing. Okay, I could definitely see that. I think a lot of authors get a little too big for their britches after they have one really good book, another, and happens to pretty much every writer. This happened with Harry Potter, where the books started getting fatter and fatter and fatter, and you're kind of like, okay, is everything necessary? But it's like it's J.K. Rowling and she's selling bestsellers, so who's going to tell her no?
Right.
So that could be, I was taking it as she wrote this hit, and then her publishers are like, make another one on toe. And they were like, we don't need an editor because they're like, whatever slop you're giving, these little piggies are going to eat it up.
Oh my gosh. Wait, but I thought she was self-published.
The first one was, but now this one you said was with a publisher.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they were probably like,
We'll pick
girl,
you
we're
up.
going to make this one. Yeah, we'll make this one even bigger,
You can
even
quit your
better.
doctor job.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
yep,
so
so it starts with the
prologue.
prologue.
Do you think that's Millie?
I thought it was Millie last time. I'm gonna say it's Millie this time, but based on how everything seems to be like a cut and
Post
paste, no, a cut and paste from Housemaid 1, it's probably someone else. It's probably the wife
locked up.
locked up.
Okay. I This is shockingly parallel to Housemaid 1 because guess when the timeline starts on chapter 1?
3 months before.
3 months earlier. Exactly when Housemaid 1 started.
Okay, well, I have a theory, and I
Oh.
don't know if we should get into it now or later, but I think it would make this all make sense.
Okay. Well, all right. So in Housemaid 1, we went chapter by chapter. Recently,
Yeah.
we've been doing like just broad summaries and we kind of get into the details as it's important.
Yeah.
Do you want to just kind of go that way?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's just broadly summarize. We can do this kind of together. I'll start with all the things I remember. Okay. So we meet Millie, who we've already met in Housemaid 1. She's back. Where we left her off in Housemaid 1 was with a stable job. She just inherited millions of money from Nina, or at least
No, it
thousands.
it was like $30,000. I remember us being like,
Oh, that's right.
"You're
She was
gonna
not
kill
paid
someone's
enough.
husband for $30,000 or six, maybe it was 60. I don't know, but I think it was like not a
In the
lot,
thousands. Yeah,
but it was definitely in the thousands.
right. That's true. That, and I don't think it was in the hundreds of thousands.
No,
No. Okay. So, all right. So, yeah, Millie just murdered people for probably like minimum wage in the assassin world.
well, we left off with her turning into an assassin maid, where you're thinking she's doing these hit jobs for at least a
Pennies.
couple $1,000s. I mean, pennies for what I would charge, but like,
Right. Okay. Yes. Yes. So she has a stable job. She has a
yes,
market. Her
yep,
work is traveling by word of mouth. As far as we know, we said, okay, Millie is going to be financially stable because what we loved about the Housemaid 1 is that Frida was so good about painting Millie into a corner where we're like, yeah, Millie has no other options. If we were her, we would have to be here too, because like that's just it. Okay. We leave Millie financially successful and we pick up with her in poverty. We
I,
said, what happened, Millie? What happened to you? And we learn that in the in-between time, she's had a relationship with Enzo, who was the gardener at Nina at the Winchester's house.
yeah.
And they used to work together. They would do the hit jobs together, but then they decided to get out of that business and then get like normal jobs, I guess. And Enzo even encouraged Millie to go back to school to go to become a social worker because she loves helping people. Very nice. Okay, great. Were neither of them good with finances? Because because either A, Millie was not charging enough for her hit work,
She definitely
and
wasn't.
she definitely wasn't, and Enzo wasn't encouraging her to charge more. That's flabbergasting to me because Enzo moved to this country, could not get any work except gardening, and he seemed to have a perfectly fine life. Like he seemed to know how to make finances work. Anyways, so they're working together. They are not able to make the finances work. And then she goes to social work school and she spends all of her money on tuition, which is also a bad idea. So we've talked about this already through text, but this book, all the problems could be fixed if they had a financial advisor. If they did one Dave
Oh my
Ramsey
God.
course, mystery solved.
Oh, you know what? We didn't do the emoji game.
Oh, did we already send in emojis? Oh yeah, we did. We did. Okay.
I think now would be the right time for us to talk about this because
Our emotions are
my
coming out.
they're coming out. They're
Our
coming out.
emojis are coming real.
My emojis were the thinking face. Like, that's like when we first started. Then finding out about Millie's bad financial choices, I sent the dollars with the wings on it. Then I sent a rocket ship.
Because the
because
money
then
was
it,
flying away?
yeah, because this girl is so bad with money. Then I did a rocket ship because I was like, this is totally off the rails. Doesn't make sense anymore. We're only like 80 pages in. And then I did a mirror, which is my theory, which we'll
Ooh,
get
I'm
into
excited.
after.
Excited to hear
Yeah.
your theory. Okay.
All
My
right,
emojis
Chrissy.
that okay. My emojis I sent was first like how would you describe that? Like a what the heck?
The
Like
eye
eye
roll.
rolling. Yeah, was the eye
Yeah.
roll thing. Because we left Millie in a perfectly stable position and now here she is in poverty again. Okay.
Hmm.
And then let's see. I sent the blue graph with the line going down. I'm pretty sure that was her finances
Yeah.
happening. Or
Stock market is tanking.
yeah, I think that's what that was about. Then I sent a picture with like a little pencil and it's writing on the piece of paper. And that was because I felt like this was Freida McFadden's high school assignment. Voice to text. And then I sent exclamation point and question mark. I kind of forget exactly why I sent that. Probably for a lot of things that happen in the book. I don't think it was just one
Yeah.
thing. It could
Yeah.
be her questionable boyfriend, could be a questionable
So
job,
many
could be that she
things.
spent all of her money on social work classes. I don't know. Could have been a lot of things. And then I sent the two arrows that are making like a recycle thing,
Yep.
like a cycle, because I'm like, this is the exact same as step one. Okay. Because also she goes into this house. Like we haven't done the summary yet, but she goes into this new job and she has a bad feeling about it. And then she stays. I was like,
Yep.
Millie, are you
Okay.
kidding?
So I think now is time for the theory. Because if this theory
Okay.
is correct, everything makes sense.
Okay. I think we need it.
Okay.
Wait, so do we need a summary to understand the theory?
No,
Or
this is where the theory comes in.
okay, perfect.
Like right now. My theory is that Millie is a serial killer
Okay.
and she enjoys killing people for the sport.
Oh,
I
ooh.
believe that she wanted to do social work so that she could find other battered women to find more men to
Oh,
kill.
that's good.
I also believe that she killed Enzo.
Oh, no.
He's gone, disappeared. And I think she, in order to get up in the morning, she justifies it all away by saying that, like, I have to work here because I don't have any money and da 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 da. So that's why she's undercharging and not like being smart with her money so that she feels like more desperate, so that she feels like more justified in the choices that she makes.
Oh, that's intriguing. Okay. I think, Candy, that's what should happen. I think that's a story that should have been written. F. Smith, if you're listening, write this down.
Yeah, jot this one down for Housemaid 3. You can tie it together.
Yeah, now it'll all make sense in Housemaid 3. However, I don't think that's what's going to happen because I don't think Frida writes Millie as a liar. And so far, Millie has said like, "Oh, I haven't murdered people in years. I'm out of that life." And she said Enzo went back to Italy, and I don't know where he is. I haven't heard from him, and I don't think Millie's lying about that. That's my thought.
I'm hoping we never find out what happens to Enzo and I can just let this theory live
That she killed
because
him.
that she's a serial killer. I feel like that's the only way that I can enjoy this book is that if she's actually the monster that goes bump in the night and she's out
Mm,
here killing people and pretending like she's doing it to help these women.
that's pretty good. I don't think so. That's not part of the Hallmark script. Hallmark script is Millie's in a bad situation, gets a bad job. I think she might have to murder someone again to get out of it.
She is definitely going to kill again. I don't think she ever stopped killing. I think her and Enzo would kill together, and that was like their little shtick. And then one time he upset Millie and she killed him. And then she's like, oh shoot, now I don't have the guy to get the fake visas, get the women out. Now I'm struggling. Maybe that's when she went through all of her money in
Yeah,
the however
could
many
be.
months. Because how long has she been away from Enzo? A
Not
year?
very long. Yeah, something like that.
I mean, number one, when she was like, I want to go do social work, I was like, you need to go get a job in finance or business because, girl, you do not know. Like you're killing as an occupation and you're still paycheck to paycheck. Like,
I
what?
know. What?
What? No. You're working for these rich people and you haven't figured out how to rob them? Like, what?
Yes. Okay, okay. Millie, not only that, Millie decided to move into New York City, the most like expensive place in the world. I'm like,
Uh,
are you kidding? Why would you
she
choose that?
she probably she probably gets a lot of work for like the housemaid stuff.
Probably easier to hide murders in New York City.
Yeah, honestly, you just dump them in the Hudson River and you keep going. Apparently,
That
I don't know
solved it.
that, but apparently a lot of people, like the mob, would dump people in the Hudson River.
Oh, yeah, maybe Millie. Well, okay. I did have this one thought while I was reading this book where the voice sounded so different from Millie to where I was like, I almost wish this was another housemaid who Millie has trained. And now Millie is like the overlord of all the housemaid murderesses.
Yes, lead assassin. This is
Yes.
assassin in training. I think
Not the
if Frida
case.
just leaned into Millie is the villain, I think the book would be great.
Book number 3, it's possible.
I think she's already written the third one, so it might have to be book number 4. I don't know if we'll ever
Probably
get there.
best, probably best for Freida McFadden. Really capitalize on the story everyone loves and then bring it all back for us literary critics.
Okay. All right. So that's the theory that I'm going into for the rest of the book. Okay. So,
Okay, interesting. Okay.
yep.
So do we need to fill in the rest of the gaps of what's happened to
Yes.
Millie so far?
So that's basically just that's like the background of Millie and in my opinion the motivation for the rest of the story. So let's keep going with the
Okay,
summary.
interesting. Okay, so we pick up 3 months earlier from where the prologue is, of course. And Millie, like we said, is in poverty. She's working for this family as their nanny. And the mom's name is Amber. Millie has been doing fine with the job, although Amber's kind of crazy. And I was like, Millie, you're still in the same position while you're letting people walk all over you. But anyways, whatever. Millie's there. Millie gets into trouble because the baby now calls Millie mom. Amber gets upset, fires Millie. She's once again in this unemployed situation, needs a job fast. So now she's looking for employment. We learn that Millie has this super rich, hunky boyfriend who's a lawyer and wants her to move in with him, but she's like, "Oh no, no. Like he doesn't even know who I am. He doesn't know I love to kill people. I feel like I should let him know before I move in." Which is some weird self-control.
It's like red flag or a deal breaker. I'm a serial killer of men exclusively.
Just thought you should know before I move in.
Yeah, if as long as you're okay with that, I'll be in tonight.
Yeah.
And if you say no, you're dead. Those are the choices.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Okay, so we kind of get weird vibes from the boyfriend a little bit, which we can talk about later.
Yeah.
Millie is living in this shack apartment, basically. There's this creepy guy that kind of keeps following her. Um, she ends up getting a job with the Garricks as their housemaid. We
Mhm.
learned that the Garricks, it's a husband and wife, Derek and who is it?
I don't even know if we know her
Oh, we
name.
don't. Okay, I got a theory. But I'll save it till after. Derek and
Okay.
his wife. His wife is like incapacitated, always in her room. He says that she has a lot of health problems. Don't disturb her. Red flags everywhere. Okay, weird. Millie says, I had weird feelings about this job, but had to take it anyways. I said, are you kidding, Millie? Anyways, so now in this new job, Derek, the dad, he's giving, or the husband, they don't have any kids. He's giving Millie all these kind of crazy assignments to make dinner. It's like all these ingredients she has to run around the whole world to get. So kind of a weird situation. He overall seems very nice, but on the few occasions when Millie has tried to talk to the wife, he's gotten very, very upset. And towards the end of this section, Millie, when she was doing their laundry, she found a white dress that had a blood stain on it. And Millie said, "Oh, let me look up how to get tomato stains out." Oh, the Derek was there and he was giving her a look like, "What are you going to do?" And she was like, "Oh, tomato stains. I have just the thing for that." She walks away. So weird things are happening there. Um, the other things to fill in is that weird neighbor who's been following Millie around, he at one point comes up to her, like harasses her when she's about to go to her apartment. She defends herself, throws him down the stairs, kicks him in the rib a few times for good measure, and says, "Whew, good thing I made
I
out of
know.
that."
So he was incapacitated, and she's like, man, I really want to give him a kick because he's so horrible. So then she starts beating him up, which supports that she is a serial killer.
Mm.
Okay, keep going.
She gives him 3 kicks. A kick to me,
She
I'm
breaks
like,
his
oh,
rib.
okay, yeah, she ends up breaking his rib. To me, I didn't realize a kick was like that, but her kicks are like that. So
She was
trained
full on
assassin
steel-toed boot. Yeah.
into the ribs. Yeah.
Yeah, into
Okay.
the ribs.
Okay, yeah, so that happens. Millie calls the cops and is like, "Hey, you guys gotta arrest this man. He tried to rape me." And then the police say, "Okay, let's figure this out." So she goes back up to her apartment. She's watching the police figure out everything. Some neighbors come and testify, and the police come up to Millie and say, "We heard that you were beating up this man. They're like, you're lucky that he's not pressing charges against you." And she's like, "What the heck? I'm the victim
I
here."
wonder, I wonder if he even did any of that. I'm wondering if she is like unreliable narrator and she's misreading the signs and then she
Mm.
literally just beat the crap out of him. And the neighbors were like looking out the window and they're like,
They actually called the police.
yeah, because I'm saying, I'm like, I think she's like a serial killer and she hates men. So like anytime she gets like a weird like inkling, she
Oh,
sees red and she's like, I'm gonna kill.
interesting. I think that could be a great book. I don't think that's the book Frida's writing. In this book, Millie tells the truth. But I like all your theories.
Okay.
So we can still theorize them and kind of see where that story would go, but don't think that's where Frida's taking it. I'll be honest.
She's gonna tether this rocket ship to reality.
To Frida's reality,
To free.
which is another planet, to be clear. I am the little gateway from our reality to Frida's. Okay, anyways, all that to say, now Millie's like, okay, well, I don't want to live in this apartment anymore because my harasser still lives here and he's not getting out anytime
Mhm.
soon. So then she has dinner with her lawyer boyfriend who really confused why they're together. That's part of the red flags in the situation. He seems very nice and normal and she like doesn't talk to him and like always zones out and like stands up all their dates. Anyways, but she's like, "Oh, I'll move in with you now." And he's like, "Great." And we're like, this is an issue. And then only other main detail I think that I haven't said yet is that um Millie has noticed there's this black car, I forget what kind of car, with like a busted
Yeah.
headlight. And she's noticed it a
Hmm.
few times now, and she keeps getting this feeling that she's being watched. And now she keeps seeing this car come. Oh,
Hmm.
um, and at one point when she's having dinner with her boyfriend and she sees the car, back up. She's having dinner with her boyfriend. She sees Derek, the dad the husband who's very questionable, who's her employer, walking with another woman and walking that
Hmm.
woman up to her apartment. So she's like, "Oh my gosh,
Hmm.
Derek has a mistress. This is crazy." So then Millie leaves her nice romantic date with her perfectly seemingly normal boyfriend, goes to chase Derek to see what's happening, notices that there's the sketchy black car that's been following her, and then she returns back to her date and says, "Let's move in together."
Hmm.
Did I get all of it?
Yep. So let's let's work backwards. Do you think the boss, Garrick, is with his mistress? And if not, who do you think it is?
Hmm. That's a great question. Let's see. What if he has multiple, like, abused, you know, wives, basically? Because his
Hmm.
wife is locked in her room all the time.
Hmm.
And yeah, maybe this is kind of the same thing. Like he treats her out to dinner and stuff, but then actually he's really abusive. But the person is like
You
so
and
desperate
you
that
and I
they
are on
keep
like a
going.
similar
Mm.
wavelength. I think the person he's out with, that's his real wife, and I think the curly girl who's locked up is a prisoner.
Oh, you think? Oh, that's good. But that's a really nice house. Why wouldn't that be his real house?
He's a bazillionaire. He's probably like, oh, it's a real estate investment property. And every time he comes home when Millie's there, he's like, he tells his real wife, "Oh, I'm going to be late to dinner. I have to work extra late today." And then
Wait.
he,
Okay. Oh. So real life was the one that Millie saw
mhm.
during her date.
She gets to go in the daylight.
But I but they were going up to like a not nice apartment, I thought. Like it wasn't as nice part of town. That's what I
Oh,
remember. That's
I
why I'm
thought they
like,
were
why
going
would
to
he?
dinner.
I thought, let me see.
Okay, let's go back.
Oh, also her boyfriend's name is
No,
Xavier.
Brock is her boyfriend. Xavier is the guy she busted the, yeah.
Yes, let's put names here because I got all of the names wrong except Millie.
Okay.
Xavier is the neighbor who harassed her.
Yep.
Brock is her lawyer boyfriend.
Yep.
The
Brock the jock,
husband, Brock the jock,
Xavier the neighbor,
Xavier the
neighbor. It sounds
oh
similar.
that pretty much rhymes. Yeah. Okay. Derek does not exist. His name
It's
is
Garrick.
Douglas Garrick.
Let's
So
call
if
him
you mix
Derek.
it,
That
I kind of like Derek. Everyone's gonna be so confused though. Douglas Garrick,
all
if you
right.
just mix it together, you get Derek.
D Garrick.
D Garrick. Okay, yeah, sure. D Garrick. That's the husband who's Millie's main employer.
Hmm.
Okay. So so we know that Douglas Garrick, D Garrick, is walking with a woman who has blonde hair. That was Andrew's type in the last book.
Hmm.
And the woman is clutching a brown purse. Oh, the woman's D Garrick's wife's name is Wendy. We do know her name.
Wendy. Yep.
Yeah, we don't know this
Okay.
woman's name though. Okay. Um, they're walking.
So they're on the east side. Let's see. Okay. He appears to be walking with a woman who has blonde hair and is clutching a utilitarian brown purse slung over her right shoulder. And then she says, when I haven't gotten a good look at Wendy Garrick in real life. I've seen photos of her, and that woman isn't Mrs. Garrick. I'm not convinced that the photos in that apartment are Mrs. Garrick. Like that might have been his photos with his mistress before he turned her into vegetable,
Yeah.
his vegetable prisoner.
Okay, so maybe okay, that
So,
that could be a good theory. Okay, so this is real wife. Real wife, he is now exiled to Dumpy apartment because it says it doesn't have a doorman,
yep.
and Douglas Garrick's apartment has a doorman. So I'm assuming this is not as nice of an apartment, right?
Well, they might not, maybe they're visiting someone, or maybe they're like, that doesn't mean that they live there. That just means that
She
they're
has a
going
key
in
and she
there.
opens the door. Yeah.
What?
And it looks like they're
Hmm.
arguing too while they're walking. That's a key point. So,
Okay.
okay, so she has a key that opens the door to this building. So I'm assuming she lives there. Okay, so let's say that this is
Yeah.
Douglas Garrick's real wife. And now he's like, hey,
Hmm.
done with you. But you know what? I'll still support you because I'm a gajillionaire. So he buys her this like dumpy apartment. He sees her every so often. And now he's replaced her with
Oh,
wife
I
number
could see
two.
that.
And that's Wendy, or that's whoever is actually in
Hmm.
the fancy house.
Yep. Yep. I could see. Okay. Yep. I could see that. I could see that. Maybe they're like separated. Maybe he like has these affinities to imprison women, and he did that to Wendy. And Wendy, unlike Nina, was like, I'm not having none of that. And she's like, I'm going to divorce you. And he's like, don't divorce me because then you're going to take half my money. He's like, instead, I'll just bankroll your lifestyle and you can live over here and I'll live in this
Could
nice
be.
place. And Wendy's like, fine deal. And then Douglas gets his new girlfriend. And then he's like, all right, it's time for us to play the
Oh,
prisoner game. And
awful.
and you're
Oh
a vegetable now.
no.
And she's like, I don't want to play this game anymore. But he's like, the door's locked. Why would he have Millie go in and be this little housekeeper if that's the case?
Because is that where he gets his like funnel of women? That's the sequence: housemaid, prisoner, ex-wife.
Oh,
Could be. Could
maybe.
be.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
That could be it. I had an outlandish theory for who Wendy is, or whoever that woman is in the apartment.
Okay. Yep.
So the house looks very antique-like. She wears white dresses. You know what I'm getting at? What if
Oh my God. Cecilia Grace.
what if this is CeCe Grace
Oh
all
my
grown
God.
up? And now Millie is here to save her.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
That would be crazy.
I don't know. I think that's so
I-
far out there. I don't think it's right.
I feel like anything in this book is like anything goes. Why
Because it's
not?
not part of the script. I think it's
Why
too far
not?
out of the script. But if we're just trying to solve the book, I'm going to say CeCe Grace.
Oh my God. And then this is when we find out that she really is like a
Oh my
50-year-old
gosh.
woman.
Well, how long has it been?
The
Hasn't
whole
it been like
time.
a good number of years?
It's probably been at least 5
5
years.
isn't a lot. If it were 10 years, it's still not a lot, but that could be a little bit more reasonable. Because CeCe was like, what, 7 or
Yeah.
8?
7 or 8, unless we believe that she was actually an imposter the entire time, masquerading
We're bringing
as a
it
child.
back. The curious case of CeCe Grace.
Yeah. Nina was like, "What? I thought you were a baby." And she's like, "Nope,
I'm
I'm
Kathleen.
45." And then she's like, "You're out." I'm Kathleen. Okay. So I had a different theory about Xavier.
Xavier. Okay.
That's
Xavier
Xavier
the
the neighbor. I'm wondering if Brock the jock hired Xavier to frighten Millie.
That's a good thought, to push her into living with him. Okay, yes, because I think that's a good thought. I've also had the thought that Brock and Derek are working together, which we can get into later. But yeah, we haven't talked yet about Brock, and he seems so nice, but no guy in this book is nice, except maybe Enzo. But anyways, he has a lot of red flags. Yeah, why is he pushing Millie to live with him? Is he actually going to be the villain? Or is Brock the villain? Or are they both the villain?
She literally, they're on a date after she's like blown him off 3 times, and she's on a date, and then she sees what she thinks is like Derek Garrick in the black car, and she flees the scene.
What?
And he's like, "Where are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I just went for a walk. Like, I'll be back." And I'm like, who does that? She was gone for like an hour.
I don't think it was an hour, but it was at least like 15 minutes. Like, it's a substantial amount of time for a date.
Just to run
With no
away,
explanation.
not to be like, "Oh, I'm going." Yeah, not to be like, "Oh, I'm going to the bathroom," and then he calls you and you're like, I'm having an episode. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, that's like what a normal person would say. They're like on an outside patio. She runs out. He sees her go across town. And then she's just like, "What? That's totally normal." And he's just okay with that?
Something's
No.
wrong with him. Okay,
No.
so why does Brock the jock want her to move in? Does he have the same kind of fetish thing of like, let's play prisoner?
Well, he's a lawyer.
Right.
He's a lawyer. And this girlina, maybe he wants to hire her.
Ooh,
Maybe he knows
I like
her
that.
record. and he wants her to kill his boss or something so that he can become partner. Or maybe he's working on like some big sting or something. And like, if he's like a prosecutor or something, or like maybe he's like, I can like get a big case by convicting her.
Oh.
Like there's been these string of murders and we're trying to solve it. And he's like, I think
Oh,
it's this
that could
girl.
be good. Or there's like a key witness on the other side and he needs her gone. Needs a key witness gone. So he hires Millie.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Something that made zero sense to me is that part of Millie's business prop with Enzo is that they would get these women new identities. And I'm like, why didn't you get
That's a
yourself a new
great point.
identity?
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
Your identity sucks. You went to jail for
That's
murder.
so true.
Get a new
Oh my
one.
gosh. They, oh gosh, that's a giant hole. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Really,
like,
you had a
Girlina,
lot of
like,
options here. You, Millie
yeah.
was in this giant mansion when we left her. And then she just started walking into the smallest corner she could find. And along the way, everyone was like, no, no, go this way, go this way. And she was like, no. Now she's in the corner.
That's why I'm like, the only thing that I feel like makes sense is that she is a serial killer, but she feels guilty about it. So she tries to put herself in these corners. So she feels like she has to scrap her
Yeah.
way
She
out.
has to keep her identity so that her customers can find her. It's not like you can put this on Facebook.
She doesn't want to get
Yeah.
rid of her resume. Yeah, this
It's
is
been a life in the making.
this is her CV. Yeah. Well,
Her
I mean,
killer
like,
vitae.
you look at her resume. She's like, yeah. Oh my God. Her KB. No, because she like goes to people and they're like, how do I know you can do it? And you're like, well, I went to jail for 10 years after I killed my first time. And now I've killed 15 times after that. And I've never gotten caught again because I learned. Like that's part of the business prop. If she has a new identity, she can't
That's
she can't
true.
say
That's
that.
true. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So what other reasons could Brock the Jock want? And do you think Brock the Jock is because having Brock making Millie move in with him, I don't really see how that would help his case unless it was some abusive thing where he's like, hey, I won't let you leave unless you murder for me. Is that what you're thinking?
That's why I think he's trying to like catch her. He's actually like a mole for the FBI or something.
Oh, catch her? As in like what?
It's like a sting,
Literally,
killing people.
like have her tell him that she kills people?
Like have her tell him, or he can start following her and he can like see where she's
Do you think
going.
he's the one behind the black car that keeps following her?
I don't think it's him, but it like if he's like part of the police and he's in a sting operation, that might be one of his
Yeah.
like companions keeping
I could see that.
eyes. Make sure
I
she
could
doesn't
see
kill
that.
him.
Mm.
That's the only thing I can think of. Because he's definitely not just like some rich, hot, successful guy who is okay with a woman treating him like this and fleeing their dinners.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No
Okay,
way.
and you thought that he hired Xavier, the neighbor? I could see
Hmm.
that. I had hired Xavier to push her into moving in with him. That that could be possible. I also thought at one point that maybe Xavier would be her new Enzo and they would go in on things together. But it doesn't look like that anymore.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Oh, I also thought with Xavier that maybe he knows a secret of Douglas behind Douglas, and that's why he keeps following her. Although their altercation really did seem like he was trying to take advantage of her and was not actually on her side, but I did have that thought at one time.
Yeah.
Oh, I also thought, I'm looking at all my notes now, that Xavier was hired by Douglas to keep tabs on Millie, but Xavier wanted to go double agent and help Millie.
Oh,
But again, the altercation kind of blows that
interesting.
up.
I put that Xavier is a private investigator for one of the surviving husbands.
Whoa, that's good. That's good. But he just seems kind of like a drunk
Yeah,
menace at the end, like at their altercation, a
a
clown.
clown.
Yeah. Which is kind of, I think these
Yeah.
are all good theories,
I
but it's just kind
think
of blowing up with that.
I feel like if he's a PI, more likely to be a clown than if he's like the undercover cop.
Why do you think that?
Because an undercover cop, I would imagine some level of like professionalism. Anybody can be a quote unquote PI.
Oh, so the husbands did not do a thorough background check on their PI.
Yeah. Or this guy's doing like PI for like someone stealing packages off of the street corner, and this is his first time doing like a legit thing. And he's like, I don't know, sloppy.
Okay, could be. That there's still an option for that. Still an option. But I think your theory is the
Okay,
most likely theory is that Brock is behind it to push Millie into living with him. I think that makes the most sense.
definitely. So here's something. So her and Enzo break up, aka he gets murdered.
AKA the book says he goes to Italy to help his mom who's sick. That's what the book says. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Just letting
okay.
the readers
Yeah,
know.
and your pet went to the farm.
He went to the
Your pet's still alive on that farm. And she says, just like that, we were over. So when a couple of months later, Brock asked me out, there was no reason to say no. He just like asks her out of the blue. And I'm like, that's because Enzo's gone. The murders stop. And then they're like, we need to,
harness her power.
investigate her.
Okay, does it say how she and Brock meet?
She just says, Brock asked me out. I
That's
don't
a
think
big
we know.
question I have.
I think he probably bumps into her at the
Yeah, all
grocery store or
coincidental.
something.
Yeah.
Air quotes, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. I think Brock definitely knows Millie's background, knows she's a murderer, needs to use that for some reason. Or is, yeah, trying to investigate that. Because, yeah, he's a lawyer. He has access to all the background checks, probably.
Yeah. He 100% knows that she's a murderer at a minimum if he's not a spy, like a undercover. At a minimum, he knows that she's a murderer. At most, he's an undercover spy.
Yeah, yeah.
So I kind of want Brock, the jock, to be on the pod because Millie and Brock are theorizing who
Oh,
the
that's
woman is.
right. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And he says maybe she's a vampire and she can't come out of her room during the daylight hours or she'll turn to dust. And I was like, great idea. And then he says maybe she's got a little green ribbon around her neck, and if someone unties it, her head will fall off. I was like, another great idea. Like, this is what we need. This level of creativity.
You're right. We're not thinking hard enough. I thought we were out of the box with CeCe Grace. We need a lot more out of the box ideas.
Yeah, Brock knows where it's at.
Okay, Brock feels a little bit like a robot to me. Were you getting those vibes? Other than his crazy theories?
Yeah, because he's not a real person. He's undercover.
Okay. That's all tracking then. Okay. Okay. So Brock is undercover. Douglas D. Garrick. What's our leading theory with him?
Mm-hmm.
He has a thing for desperate women. Or
Yeah, that the woman in his penthouse is actually
old housemaid.
Is his prisoner, and his real wife is down in the East Village.
Okay. I don't see that being a sustainable financial thing for him, though, to keep on going through women and keep like financially supporting them so they don't divorce him. Although I guess this woman who's currently upstairs isn't legally married, so she wouldn't get half the money, but like, wouldn't she report him? Unless, is he going to kill her?
So I think, all right, so here's another spin. What if His wife doesn't even know he owns this penthouse
Oh,
because, I mean, he has so much money and he just says, oh, that's one of our investment properties or something.
right.
We rent it out or something. He tells her whatever. And she's like, okay. And she doesn't even know that they have this much money.
Oh.
Like she knows they do well, but she's not even privy to like how rich they
Oh.
are. And he's just like so like baller bankrolling. And then he has the woman and he has her locked in. What still doesn't make sense is why would he want Millie snooping around there? Unless it's the pipeline,
Right.
like you said. So the pipeline would be he gets the woman, gets her into the house, makes her feel bad for him, a la Andrew, housemaid one. Then he says she's sick, and then one day she's dead because she's so sick. And then he's grieving husband. Now he has his new
Ooh,
girlfriend.
I
Now
think you're
she gets
exactly
locked in
right.
there.
That is great. Okay, how is he making her sick? Is he drugging her?
He has her
Okay.
pilled up. That's why she doesn't want to eat any of the food.
Mm, yeah, that can make sense. Okay. She's pilled up. And then all of these like weird requests from Derek of like, make these really random dishes. It's just kind of like training the new housemaid to keep saying yes to him type of thing. Mm,
Yes.
yep.
Yes.
I think that's pretty good. I think
Mhm.
that's a really good theory.
Yeah. We also know that Millie is crazy psychopath because she sees that the clothes are stained in blood, but then she goes into the laundry room and you know what she's most shocked about? That the dirty laundry is folded. That's what gives her pause and she's like, "Wait a minute. What's happening here? I got to get out. This place isn't safe."
Poor Millie has never had a normal life to where she's like, blood on the clothes, normal. Like folded, dirty clothes. Psycho.
Like insanity. Yeah. I mean, that is psycho, but I mean, if I saw blood on the clothes and then I saw the folded laundry, I would just be like, the blood on the clothes is what I would be focused on.
There was something in Housemaid 1 where Millie also totally missed the biggest red flag ever. I forget exactly what it was, but it came up in the episode.
I think it was on the door when the door handle was like inside out and the window was
Yes,
painted
and then she
shut.
commented,
And then she was like, there's
yes,
water
that was it. And
bottles.
we're like, are you kidding? That's what you're concerned about.
She's like, I'm used to a prison cell. That's nothing new. But she's like, hospitality waters?
It
Insanity.
makes no sense. Oh my gosh, Millie. Okay, I need to organize my notes better because I've just now finding them. Also turns out I had written out a whole summary that I forgot about. So anyways,
Oh,
but we hit all the key things. Okay, so going back to my predictions that I had when I first read this, I thought that Brock might have hired Douglas as a private investigator. So Douglas isn't actually a CEO, but somehow he's kind of keeping tabs on Millie for Brock because Brock could be the biggest bad. I don't really know how all that would fit because
oh.
Wendy in the upstairs room is kind of weird. I don't know. Not really sure. But then I thought,
I I like Derek and Brock being two independent
ooh,
bads. They're both
ooh,
after Millie, but like
different reason.
they're not together. They're not in
That's
cahoots.
interesting. Ooh, and then in the end, she's gonna have to choose between the two. She has two places to go. It's either to Brock or to Derek, and she has
Hmm.
to choose which bad she wants to
Maybe
face. Maybe.
they're both gonna be dead by the
Ooh,
end.
okay. So, any other thoughts on who's in the prologue? Is it Millie? Is it Wendy? If we don't even know it's a woman, could be a guy. But it sounds, I
Oh,
mean, I don't know. I guess you can't super tell from the voice. It just sounds like, for some reason, I got the feeling that it was a woman character.
Let's see.
She's in a cabin too. So she has to go like camping or go travel sometime, which could be with Brock,
Yeah.
rich lawyer guy, or it could be with
Mm-hmm.
Garrick, other rich guy.
Mm-hmm. Because I thought it was a woman too, but I think it's because you think it's
Right.
either Millie or
Wendy.
the other woman based on the
Right.
previous one, the previous book.
Okay, what do you think Derek and the woman he's walking with at the end to the apartment, what are they arguing about?
If it's his like legit wife, and she's like, "Why do we live in this dumpy apartment? I want to live somewhere with a bellhop." And he's like, "We don't have money like that." And she's like, "I think we do."
That's good. I like that.
They could be arguing about that. I mean, they could be arguing about anything. What do you think?
I think that's good. Um, yeah, because okay, so if this is the scenario where his real wife is there, he spends all day with her, I guess, while he's supposed to be working, but then he leaves at night because he's supposed to go to work. Like maybe that's what he's telling them, each woman. Like
Yeah.
maybe she's like, "Why do you have to work every night?" Or she's like, "Why do you wear such nice suits and we don't
Oh,
have any
yeah,
money?"
that could be.
That's weird.
Yeah.
She could think that he
Yeah.
has another woman.
That's a good one about him. Yeah, about him staying
Yeah.
late air quotes when he's visiting his
That
prisoner.
could be it. Yeah, I think so. The book, when Millie sees D. Garrick walking with the woman, she's like, "Oh, obviously his side woman or whatever she calls his girlfriend." So we know that it must not be his girlfriend. That's going to be the twist. So it's his actual wife
Mhm.
or someone
That's what I
else.
think.
What if that's Kathleen? What if that's the biggest bad? Again, it's old, girlfriend or whoever who's actually calling the shots.
Oh my God. What if Kathleen is locked up once again?
No, I want Kathleen to be this woman who's actually in charge.
She
Didn't she move up to New York or something? Didn't she move up north? Because remember the detective guy who was her dad? He was
Oh,
like, yeah, she moved away and I never saw her again.
I don't have the book
I
anymore
don't
because
either. I remember I mailed mine out when we did
oh, what
that
happened to
giveaway.
mine? I don't know what happened to my book. I
Did
must
you
have
also
given it
mail
to
it out? Yeah,
someone.
you might have given it to someone.
I think I gave it away. All right. I'll see if I can
Yeah.
find my book. Um, that could be.
In reality, though, I
That
don't
would
think
be
there's that much
interesting.
connection. Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
think
think
so.
so. I don't think so, but it could be. Okay, so here's something to explain why we know that Brock is actually not really in love with Millie and he is a plant of some
Mm.
sort. So he tells Millie, he's like, I'm crazy about you. He's like, actually, I kind of love you. And then she says, well, that's kind of sweet. And then she's like, thankfully, he doesn't push the issue. And he's like, all
Oh
right,
my
let's go get
gosh.
sushi.
Total
And
robot.
then they just leave for dinner. I was like, a serial killer. Like, he wants to kill her. That was my other theory is that he's a serial killer and he wants to kill her.
Oh, he brings her to the cabin. Oh,
Ooh. And then it's like
that's good.
a clash of the
Clash of the
killers.
Killers. How does D. Garrick fit into this?
Maybe he's just like legit normal and
Oh,
it's
that'd be
just all a
hilarious.
MacGuffin.
God. Millie is so distracted thinking about this woman locked in the second floor bedroom that she totally misses every red flag about the man she's living with. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh, how
exactly.
hilarious if she's like, oh my gosh, Brock, you won't believe what D. Garrick did today. He had all these crazy requests of me and I saw blood on Wendy's nightgown and I heard screaming and I heard him do this and this and this. And then Brock is over there like taking notes. Like, what else did he do?
Oh my
Those are great
God.
ideas.
He's like, that's wow, how interesting. And then he like comes up with crazy things like maybe she's a vampire. And then Millie keeps coming up with like legitimate things. And he's like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good.
And then twists, and he does all those things to Millie.
Ugh,
That could be a nice twist. If that'd make it a little bit less hallmarky. If it's not the employer is crazy, it's her boyfriend.
yeah. Oh, I
Okay.
had another theory that Brock is actually a con artist and he's with Millie so that she can get into these rich houses and he can rob them.
Oh.
And he's not even a lawyer.
Oh,
I
that's
forgot about
good.
that
I
one.
could see him not being an actual lawyer. I think that'd make a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so what? He wants her to move in with him just so they can like, is he trying to control her kind of thing?
Maybe he wants like the key or something, or, trying to see like how
Oh.
he can like get in. Or maybe he'd be like, oh, I'll take you. Let me go with you. And then he's like casing the house or something.
Ooh. Yeah, that could be good. Maybe
Hmm.
okay, yeah, maybe they go into cahoots together. He steals things from the house. She is there to murder should things ever get too dicey. They go to a cabin to steal things from the cabin. She's there to clean up the mess or whatever, but then she realizes someone else is there and who owns the cabin but Douglas Garrick. And there we see his actual number one wife.
Oh my God. She descends down and she's like, what are you doing here? And then they both say at once, Millie says to kill you. And then Brock says to rob you. And then she's like, oh no.
Quite the pickle.
Yeah, she's like, okay, well, this is bad. Okay, so I was thinking more of that they're not in cahoots,
Douglas and Brock.
Brock
Oh,
and
okay.
Millie, but everywhere Millie's going, he's robbing behind her,
Oh.
and then she doesn't know it. And then they go to the cabin, and then she sees some of like, hey, that's Douglas Garrick's fancy face. What is that doing here? And then she realizes he's the serial burglar. And then she's like, you're dead now.
Whoa. You think she would kill him over that?
And the beginning, yes, this girl loves to murder. She almost killed the
That's
neighbor
true.
in like broad daylight in the lobby. She would definitely kill Brock in the
Wee
like
hours of the night.
far the wee hours of the morning in the secluded cabin. No, so the prologue, that's Brock, and Millie's out there cutting the electric. She's getting ready to kill. And he's like, I need this little knife to, stay safe. He has no idea who he's dealing with. He's out there with an axe, like ready.
I think that's totally right. I think we cracked it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Millie Millie sees the supposed wife who we think is the
Hmm.
prisoner and like the closed door. And she says, I can't stop thinking about that closed door on the second floor. And I'm like, Millie and these freaking
I
doors.
wrote that so many times. I was like, Millie has all these weird feelings, and she's like, "Oh, it can't be that bad." I'm like, Millie, you've literally seen it all. Like you've seen every single
It's
abusive situation there is, and you've murdered people. Like, how do you not have an idea of what's going on here?
yes.
Millie.
Yes. Oh, so I had another theory because Millie's like, oh, do you have any kids? Which is like a weird thing to say. And then Douglas flinches and he says, no need for that. And then my theory was that him and his wife are going to kidnap Millie and make her carry
Oh
their
my
baby.
gosh. Whoa, total spaceship.
That's total spaceship, yeah. But I don't think
I
that's
don't think
going to
so either.
happen anymore.
Why do you think they don't have kids though? And do you think he's upset about it? Do you think that's by his design?
I think he does have kids, but I bet they're with his real wife
Mm.
because she's like, I don't see any toys or signs of a child living here.
Hmm.
And then she's like, I babysit. And he's like, no need for that. And that's because this is his prisoner wife,
Mm.
not his real wife who has kids.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Millie goes into, she's like touring the penthouse of Garrick. And she's like, there's one room that is entirely of books. And I'm vaguely reminded of that scene in Beauty and the Beast when Bella's taken into the book room. And I'm like, you mean a
Oh my
library?
gosh, I thought that too. I think though,
She called it a book
I
room.
think she called it a book room because the next sentence said something about like, oh, I guess I also have a shoe room or something. Like, so it sounded similar. But I was also like,
I know.
what?
Girlina.
There's a word for that.
It's like, this is the bedroom. This is the book room. This is the shoe room. And you're just like, okay. The shoe room is a closet. The book room is a library. The only one this works for is the bedroom.
She was in prison for a long time.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I was also shocked because okay, so I mean, I guess we kind of already said this, but Douglas Garrick is at first normal, but then she is like folding laundry, and then he comes in and things are kind of weird. This is when she sees the tomato blood stain on the white dress. And then he asks her to hang up his jacket for him. I don't know. I'm just like, Millie, why are you still there? Why haven't you found a new job?
I know.
Like, why did you hang up his jacket?
Because
I don't know.
she's building the case for why she's got to kill him.
I guess that's true.
She's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do this. This is just going to make me
Yes.
even more powerful when it's time for me to kill you. She can only kill when she's in a full rage. So she has to let them build her up, build up, up. And then once she is like at peak rage, that's when she's like, pull your teeth out with these pliers.
Strike one. You asked me to hang up your jacket.
Yeah. Strike one. It's like we know for a fact that Garrick is weird because she says something like how she's not going to get hired by anyone because of her background. And she's like, oh, great, a penthouse family. Why do I even bother? And I was like, why aren't these people using an agency? Like, if you're really rich like this, you get an agency because you have all of like this fancy stuff that you don't want to go missing.
Which is why Douglas also has to be a big bad. Like, there's something not right with Douglas.
He ain't right. He ain't right. Maybe there's like two plots. One, Millie kills Garrick to get the prisoner out. And then two, she finds out Brock is the serial burglar. And she's like, you gotta go for that. I bet we're gonna get a double murder.
Oh, that would be fitting for the Housemaid sequel.
Yep.
Book 2, 2 murders.
And the third one, 3 murders.
Frida's like,
fourth one,
they'll never
4
see this
murders.
one coming. Oh my, okay, I do feel like there's 2 villains here. I think that's right. I did, well, 2 things. One, I did okay, no, first thing, there's a lot of not so subtle nods to the Housemaid 1, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh Freida. I was a little bit of an eye roll for me because one of them says, when she's first interviewing with Douglas, she says, I appreciate from the start there's no hint of flirtation with him. I've gotten involved with my employer only one time before, and I will never, ever go down that road again. I'd rather yank my own tooth out with a pair of pliers. I was like, oh my gosh. Freida.
God. I know.
But that's also...
She's probably just like, ha.
True fans will know.
No, Millie's probably like, oh my God, that was like my best work.
It's all been downhill from there.
She's probably just, she's just tickled thinking about her previous conquests.
Yeah, she sees their big penthouse and she's like, so many options here. I can do so much with this.
Oh my God. Yeah, she's like opportunity is abundant. Yeah, I thought that but there was a couple of lines exactly like that where you're like, okay,
I know.
good job, Frida. Trying to do a literary device here.
This is where Frida got rid of her editor and was like, no, well, they're going to hear straight from me this time. Talking directly to the people.
Oh my God. Well, it's like that doesn't fit at all. That's like so weird. No one would say that. No one would be like, you know what I'd rather do? I'd rather pull my tooth out with a plier than date my employer. I'd rather date my employer. Sorry.
Just being honest.
Sorry. Just being honest here. I'd rather date my really rich employer who would take me to fancy dinners.
Call me crazy.
And then break up with him. Yeah, call me crazy.
Oh my gosh. The other thing I was going to say was at first I was like, does this license plate have any significance? But I don't think it does.
Oh,
Like, does it stand for
yeah,
anything?
for the car.
But I think she just told us. It's
What
like
does it say?
58F321 or something. I have it written down somewhere. Yeah, 58F321. I don't know.
Do we know the penthouse
I forget.
number? 58F sounds like an apartment or something.
Does.
I don't know why someone would have their apartment on their license plate.
Sometimes you forget.
It's like having their social security on there.
I need a place to keep it for safekeeping.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I don't know if we get the apartment number, but we should keep an eye out for it because that would be interesting.
Maybe she does like a license plate search, which is what she should have done at the beginning. And then she finds out it's not a registered vehicle or something.
Oh,
And that's when she
that's
realizes it's
interesting.
like,
Yeah.
or she finds out it's registered to Brock or something.
Yeah. That's a good idea. She should. But Millie probably doesn't have a computer
Mhm.
because she spent all of her money on who knows what. Okay,
Who knows? Because she has a dump apartment. She has mediocre clothes.
Okay, I'd written a line. She's eating out of the trash can. I said, Millie, how on earth did you get here?
It makes no sense. None.
No sense. Okay, also,
None.
why did she not go to Italy with Enzo? If that's actually what happened to Enzo and he actually isn't dead, why didn't she go with him? That makes so much sense.
Because she has so much opportunity
She does not.
here, eating out of the trash.
None.
Getting the degree
Oh
in
my
social work
gosh.
as she's taking her gen eds that she could take anywhere.
Well, she is taking them at a community college, right? So I don't think she's going the cheapest option.
Yeah, she's not even in her school yet. What I'm saying is not to dunk on community schools or anything like that, but it's just to say that she's not at some exclusive university that's keeping her tied there. She's taking her prereqs. She could take that in
That's true.
Italy. I guess she doesn't speak Italian.
I'm sure there's an English university. I don't know.
Okay.
But okay, she goes to Italy. Worst case, Enzo was scared that the mafia would kill him again or whatever. Not again, but they'd be after him again.
Yeah.
Scared
Again.
he's a ghost.
Millie's just been working by herself this whole time. Oh my
They're all
God.
imaginations. But no, she goes to Enzo. She goes with Enzo to Italy, and should the mafia come back, they're really seasoned assassins now. Like they should have no issues.
I know.
Millie needed us there for her.
I'm telling you, Millie wants to kill. She's like, Enzo, I don't want to go kill in Italy because the mob there, they're
beyond
gonna
even
catch
my
me.
level.
They're beyond my level.
I haven't
Yeah.
had enough training.
Oh my God. Maybe that's like the end state is that she kills so many. She goes to the mob with her KV, her killer.
Okay.
What did you say? Vitae. Vitae, her killer vitae. And she says, look, I've killed all of these men. And I'm ready to do it here in Italian now. I'm ready to kill in Italian.
When like subtitles are like cries in Spanish, murders in Italian.
Yes. Murders an
That's what I
Italian.
want the third book
Yep.
to be called.
Oh my God. So Millie's going to see the Garrick's doorman, or not the doorman, but to the penthouse, and she sees the doorman and she says, as I smile up at him, once again I get that prickling sensation in the back of my neck, like someone is watching me. And I wrote, she's ready to kill.
That's all the reason I need to murder someone.
She's got that prickling sensation and she's like, I'm gonna kill. Okay, another plot hole is she's saying, she's talking about how she can't get any jobs because of her background check. And she's like, that's why I put up ads online and hope for the best. And I'm like, okay, one, you didn't get the new identity. Two, but it's like there are places that hire people with backgrounds
is
like
true.
this, like Goodwill. They will hire people who have a criminal background. They will hire people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like there are opportunities.
Right. And also, it's like, is she not getting good references from previous employers? Because I feel like that goes a far way too.
Baby girl, they're
Oh,
all
no,
dead.
the women. The women should still be alive if all of her jobs went well.
No, because Enzo got them new identities and snuck them out
Oh,
of the
that's
state.
right. That's right.
They killed the husband. They
Oh,
snuck him
that's
out.
true. Bummer.
I know. Could you imagine? Be like, reference from my previous employer. It's just their obituary. Brutally murdered, found with no teeth.
Yep, that
Eyes
was
plucked
me.
out.
Every last part. Oh my gosh. Okay. Any other predictions?
I had just a few more notes. So at the beginning, we meet Frida's or Millie's current employer, and Frida describes her in her outfit, and she said, um, this outfit is a zebra printed with a plunging V-neck and sleeves that taper at her slender wrists. She's paired the dress with matching zebra printed boots. And I said Cruella Zeville. Like she's killing these zebras and wearing
Oh
them.
my gosh.
And then when the baby is like calling her, what does she says? She says, I love spending time with Olive, even though she's not italicized my baby. And I was like, not yet.
Like she's gonna steal her?
So I thought this, yeah, I thought this is where the story was going, is that she was gonna kidnap the baby and be like, I'm gonna be a better mom.
Whoa. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Millie, I feel
mm-mm.
like we maybe also kind of thought that was CeCe a little bit in the last book. No, maybe we didn't, but I feel like
No, because Millie and
yeah,
CeCe
they
hated
did,
each
they
other.
did. But as far as she was like, oh, CeCe has a terrible childhood. That could be a turn of this, is
Yeah.
she takes all the children from their abusive homes, but I don't see Millie having that maternal instinct to care for 20 children. She just has the murder instinct.
She only has the murder instinct and to be bad with money. Those are her two modes. She cannot be taking children in. No way.
Your
Okay, so the last.
I was going to say, if your
go for
murder
it.
instinct's good enough, you maybe don't need the financial one.
She teaches all these babies from they're 3 years old, and she's like, if you want to eat, you have to kill. And she just teaches them to
Oh
kill
my
from the
God.
beginning. And she just has this assassin,
Academy.
this like assassin academy. Yes. Yes. And she just trains them up.
This is this childhood I wish I had.
Mhm. Okay. This is not related to the book, but more related to identifying who Frida is, which is the real mystery that
Oh,
we're trying to
yes.
solve.
Absolutely.
And I think she is definitely a psychiatrist or psychologist because of her freaky books. And also in chapter 5, we go into this long summary of Kitty
Oh,
Genevieve,
yes. Yes, that was very detailed.
which Yeah, for people who don't know, she was this person who was assaulted and murdered in front of all these different people. And it is a very classic, like psychology example, textbook
Mm.
example in psychology
Uh-huh.
classes. And Millie's favorite subject, guess what it is?
Psychology.
I can't remember
I
because I don't see my notes, but I think it
I
was
don't remember
psychology.
either.
Maybe it was social sciences. All right, let me see. I had it highlighted. No.
Sad.
But just believe me, it's social science or it's psychology. Either one, I believe Freida McFadden is a
And you
psychologist
think she's
or a psychiatrist.
like writing all of her she like wants to be Millie secretly kind of thing. She's like, I wish I was as cool as Millie.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, but I'm just saying I think Frida is pulling from a lot of like personal experience. Is I think what I was trying to say.
I could see that.
But yeah, I think that's the last thing that I have.
I found one more thing as we were flipping through books. A detail that we didn't mention yet is that part of the reason why Brock wants Millie to move in with him so bad is like he's ready to settle down. So he's kind of trying to move this relationship along because he has heart issues. He's worried he'll have like, shorter lifespan. So he wants to get married and have kids so he can, enjoy life.
Which makes no sense.
I don't know. Lots of weird things with Brock. Yeah, strange. But anyway, so this is why Millie thinks he's, wanting her to move in so bad and wanting to like move the relationship along. Which she should know this is a giant red flag. She's treating him like dirt and he's still there. And I don't know. Weird. But anyways, that's a detail we left out.
Maybe this is going to turn into a John Green book and we find out
Oh
he has
my
stage 4
gosh.
terminal cancer.
That's the best turn this could take. Freida McFadden, aka John Green.
John Green. Oh my God. Could you imagine? He's like, I don't want
Tarnish.
to, sully my reputation of being, of becoming a murder mystery writer.
I would love that. Okay, I think the heart condition's fake.
Oh my
I
God.
think Brock's making that up.
Definitely. 100%. All right. Anything else here?
I don't think so. How far do we want to read next time?
I think we picked this thing clean. Let's do another. Let's see. There are 74 chapters.
74?
Yep. Some of these have got to be like a page long. If we do, but my Kindle says that we're 25% of the way through with 80 pages. So I think 80 page chunks should be
yeah,
good.
remember last time the chapters started switching every page. Who's the second perspective you think we'll get? Because I think we're going to follow the same script. Oh, it could be Brock.
I think it's going to be Brock.
I think so, because we don't know any other women characters.
I think it's Brock and he's going to be FBI agent.
Okay, I like that theory.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ready to do our sign off? All
Let's
right.
do
Well,
it.
thanks for listening to this episode of Bookalicious. We hope you loved it. Please feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, listen to Housemaid 1 if you haven't already. Send us an email with your thoughts. Let us know your predictions.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
We would love to know your predictions. We'll probably do a poll for this. Definitely make sure that you rate. We have a lot of followers on Spotify, but not the same number of ratings. So if you're following us, please take a moment and give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
it. Or send us an email about why it's not 5 stars.
We'll read it on the pod. All right. Well, I'll see you next time.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.